Oh, hey friends. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Well, if you're sick, you're not dead. So, there you go. Being sick just makes you wish you were dead. Oh, wee! It's like, oh, you know, it's been a day. Cold as fuck and trying to install blocks on the house. Painless.
They were definitely here.
This is good. We're headed in the right direction.
Relatively. Not happy with the back door, but I'll have to fix it. I wish it were better. Like, it'll do, but like I could do a better job, but it requires a lot more time. Because basically they did a piss poor job with it, and it's like barely like even. So I'm like, well, I can patch in the frame or get a whole new frame and fucking reinstall the door, but I really don't want to do that. So, second best option is patching the fucking thing and then making a brand new hole. But patching still would take like a good 5-6 hours for it to dry properly to redo. So.
Dark. And it looks like the passage leads down.
Yeah. So, I take it you saved the city?
Hostile undead. Not a surprise. The Vale's so patchy here.
Yeah. You know, when you're like, hey,
Looks dwarven.
you know,
It might
when
belong to one
you
of
have to make that decision and everything,
We should head this way.
going back
Harding,
to it
can you please?
afterwards is probably one of the harder things, for me anyway, because it's like,
this rock. It feels.
yeah.
I think there's someone in there.
You know, I agree, but I also submit to this. It's not that you're fighting. Yeah, like I know a lot of people feel that way, but
We've got you.
to me,
It's you.
I submit that
Yes.
it's not that you're fighting Tervinter for
Harding.
multiple games. You're fighting the Venatori, who have a very strong presence there, but it's like particularly just Docktown, which is just like the poor dock side of town. So it's kind of like, that's where I'm like, okay, do I let the fucking poor like shit dockside town who's already got enough problems get hammered, or do I let Spanish Venice get it, which is essentially also run by a mafia syndicate? They both are. Like, one's run by the Crows, one's run by another gang. Like, tomato potato,
Tell us
really.
what happened?
We were on patrol. Stolgar thought he heard something. Someone weeping, he said. He
I-
left to investigate. Never returned. Soon we all started to hear it.
I had a harder time
weeping,
walking
whispers.
Minrathous
Something
afterwards,
took me as I rested.
since I've done both.
A shadow tinged with red. The last thing I saw before suffocating darkness.
Just rest. You're no longer in danger.
Something still out there.
Buddy, I'm
it's
not giving
not
out
after
snacks. You have to talk to Mom.
I understand.
He's mad that I'm
May
in the
the
basement, and
ancestors
I'm not
be
handing
with
out
you.
cuddles or snacks.
We should keep going. I sense someone else close
Because
by.
I'm streaming.
Be careful. Trust nothing you
So.
hear. Trust nothing you see.
He doesn't want to sit in my
Thank
lap
you,
while I'm in this
Harding.
chair. Yeah, there's not enough lap while I'm in my gaming
Stay
chair.
here.
So
You'll be safe.
come on, Tash.
I know there's more missing.
Oh yeah, you get to get Tash and Emmerich next. I love those two. I'm taking Tash on Harding's companion mission because Josh has a thing for her. Buddy, I'm not giving out anything. I have no snacks. Those bags are empty because you already got everything out of them.
Looks like old mining stuff. There's a leak
Give
all
me
through these
more
rocks.
things.
I'm not surprised people tried to get at it.
He's just a dog
Those
and
scuff
life
marks.
is a
That
nightmare.
looks like someone was dragged off.
We have to find them.
He gets no snacks. It's just it's not fair. I am very aware of how cute he is, and he likes to make it well known how cute he is. No. Jake, no, daddy. Daddy. You're like, bro. Ma'am, please. This is a Wendy's. Good. Depends. Yeah, I'm not surprised. If you try and upgrade a lot of shit, yes, that will happen. I don't upgrade a lot of stuff until much later. Like, I don't even upgrade my gear until I find the pieces that I want. And I struggle with it because there's no good way to farm money. Like, you can, but there's no good way to do it. Because, like, enemies will come back and sometimes they'll drop shit. And, like, the little things you pick up will respawn if you leave an area and come back, but there's no, like, solid way to make a lot of money. So it's one of those, you just have to know that it's a good idea to upgrade yourself and then the companions that you use the most first.
Now demons?
And then if you have stuff later,
Someone's gotta
share
wire
it. Gotcha. Whatever build you do, like, just, like, end on, there's a good chance there's at least one unique that fits it well, and those you don't upgrade at all, so those are like the pinkish reddish ones. That's surprising. Hassan is great. I'm actually close to the end of his chain.
I thought I'd die in there. Thank you.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go and talk to some other important about the Gloom Howler, but I'm doing Haring's quest right now because I like to do everything but the stuff I'm supposed to do, so today is a day of doing a bunch of side quests. But what's funny is, like, one of the main quests at one point was go talk to Solus, and I spent so much time doing other quests and not coming back. When I came back, it's like Solus has recognized that you put off coming to see him. I was like, ah. was like, mind your business! Nobody asked you, you douche. Should be a way, but I'm not sure which level you're dealing with. You're alright. Where are you at? Like, what town?
We need to go up. Let's look for a way to get there.
Okay, okay. I think I know exactly where you're at. Did you pull a Harding rock out of the wall and then jump up it, and then there's like a wall in your way? Yeah, that clears out later. If it's another wall rubble, it's a similar thing.
Look, there's a way through here.
Oh! Is it a big flat wall with scaffolding around it? Okay. Okay. Because there was one that I took forever to figure out, and it was because there was literally a blasting keg up on top of the wall that I didn't fucking see, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just stupid. Got it. It's not that I'm doing it wrong, I just am blind. Yeah, I know which area you are in. Because I just went through there yesterday or the day before. I like doing a soft, like, I like that, depending on how you set your, whatchamacallit, there's an accessibility option that will determine, like, how much that thing guides you, which is kind of nice. So it can be, like, far away, or you can have it be, like, on every point, like, a lot closer, so it'll be like, okay, you're gonna climb up this, and next you're gonna go down this hall, instead of it being like, alright, so here's where it's at on the edge of the map. Figure out how to get to that edge of the map. Marble Rye. Yeah, that's like the default. I like it right there. I'm like, this is good. You're not giving anything out. I love it.
Someone else is close by. Come on.
All I have is patents. And you told me to fuck myself, so... Buddy. It's because I have a couple of empty
You're safe
wrappers
now.
from other snacks he got, so he can smell
Means
it.
we're on the right track.
But there's nothing in them.
Stay here. You'll be safe.
I'm like, I don't know if you're awesome. You're just a little guy. But all I have is plastic. It's the wee baby Seamus. Bubby, there's no snacks. It's just a bag. He's like, no, I smell snacks. No snacks. I'm sorry. So you're the worst father ever. He starves us! Internet! Internet, he starves us! He beats us! He doesn't give us treats non-stop, he's killing us slowly. One of my favorite unique helmets is this one that when you kill an enemy, it creates like a little phantom that will track to the next enemy and hit them and explode for necrotic damage. Yeah. I'm like, I like this one. It's fun because it's silly, especially when you're doing a necrotic build. It's like wee wee. Or if you do like an AoE that kills like 2 or 3 at a time, you just see a bunch of them just start spamming to the next enemies, and if it kills them, it sends another one to the next one. I'm like, this is marvelous.
Blocked. Harding, can you...
Go talk to Mom.
Thanks, Harding.
Marble Rye.
That wasn't me, Rook. I didn't move that.
What do you mean?
I didn't do that.
Don't know
What do you
what to
mean?
tell you.
I'm just a kid, and there are demons here.
Different. We'll worry about that later. Demons coming.
So have you had any chances to flirt with Harding yet? Since I know that she's going to be your first option.
I think this is the last one. I think
Yep.
that's Stalgard.
Excellent. That's the one thing that I think they kind of like dumbed down on this one. Like, you don't have options to just go talk to people. Like, they have to have the exclamation mark or whatever to talk to them. I'm like, that's kind of annoying. What if I want to talk to him and get to know him?
Lace Harding, you should not have come.
You needed help.
We had to do something once we knew you were in danger.
You are both fools, and I am forever grateful.
You heard him.
for
That's
it.
enough.
What happened?
The memory is clouded.
Davern's fun to hang
cry
out
in
with.
The shadows, and then nothing. I awoke in darkness, pressed against the stone. No room to even breathe. Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
Did you recognize the voice? Who was it?
A shade, a rot within the stone.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume you.
Maybe.
You, mister, need to rest. I'll handle it. Farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
Okay.
Titan's heart. Are we in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
Whatever happens, we'll be right here with you.
Thanks, all of you. I'm ready.
Alright, Harding. Let's go wrap up the second to last mission.
Red lyrium's usually blighted. This isn't that. It's just lyrium that's angry.
Crystal veins. That's badass.
Over there. The heart. That's where I have to go.
Do you have to go? Because this place is gross and scary. As Mr. Horseman would say on Ren and Stimpy, no sir, I don't like it.
It, looks like you. All right, everyone, breathe. We can handle this.
Look at me! Don't you remember? They broke us into 1,000,000 pieces, and this...
Yeah. Yeah.
My I'm so...
The vengeance.
Yeah. But you couldn't in any of the other
happening to
ones,
her?
so
She'll bring the cabin down. This whole place is coming down.
it's not like Commander Shepard could swim.
Still get through to her. Harding! This has to stop. You'll kill us all.
Just saying, with all the planets you could go to, really?
The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we
Specifically male Shepard.
Harding! You have to stop.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite swimsuit on the Citadel.
I
And it's just one of those Borat ones.
Everything. And now the world remember.
Yep.
You're Lace Harding. You're more than this rage. You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold up.
Yep.
That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
Let's get the fuck out of
Let's
this
get
place.
you home.
Stalgard and the others are returning to Kal Shirak to spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
And I think you've proven your strength.
Me? Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. You can ask me how I'm feeling, you know?
How are you?
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them. How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the Elven Gods. And after that,
Mm-hmm.
well, one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself.
Buddy boy.
I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support,
Try
aren't ya?
speaking a dog.
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
I got your back, Jack. Bitches be crazy. Oh. Sweet. Got my heroic armor for Harding. Yeah. You know what my favorite part about it is? So, like I was telling you, depending on how you make their, like, quote-unquote final choice in their set, like their companion quests, determines what kind of armor you get. One of the choices is her armor from Inquisition. So you can make Short Stack look like she did then. With like the metal breastplate on the front with the like coil thing, yeah. It's even got the Inquisition like flap on the front and everything. It's fucking dope. I'm like, yeah, that's for you. Yep. So as you level up their bonds, get their skill points higher, their description of like their like thing changes. So like if you go to like your companions, it'll have like their faction and what they are, like a mage or whatever, and then it says like whatever level they are, and then underneath that, that description changes as they go up. And Tasha's is hilarious because up to 6, it just says here. And like when you, and then when you romance them, they have different ones as they go up. But like her, like when you romance Tosh, it's like goes from maybe together, probably together, definitely together, or like the last three. And I'm like, that's so stupid. Like, it's so fitting though. Everyone's got some points. Let's make them do some stuff. Davrin. Davrin. What you got? What you got? It's very important work to level up your companions. That's my workshop.
Fire and ice.
Oh, there we go. Anyone here have anything to say? Oh god, okay. Yeah, people got stuff to say.
She felt it all over. Her attraction
Thank
to
you.
the hero. A powerful but properly contained tingle.
A powerful but properly contained tingle.
Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut them in a line. Much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Brooke!
Alara's writing smut.
I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well,
And I'm here
thank
for
you.
it. Because
Nev
Valara
found me more
is
serials. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my own, I mean. Not like
I already
they're
started my
tough,
next
but
character, and it's
my
going to
own
be
sort of thing.
a
For me,
character
and
for
people like me. Something to
um,
focus on besides Syrian and all
Nev.
of that. And you know, you're also interesting. It helps for inspiration.
I saw this fucking video today.
Interesting.
That was like
is
a
certainly
cutscene that
word
you
we
get
could
if
use.
you romance
But it
Nev and
works.
then
You're fighting
make a
ancient
choice
gods
about her
and
later in the
everything.
game. Then I'm just like,
And you know,
how would
the
you?
rest.
Why?
It's impressive. What you've done, I mean, brought everyone together.
It's like-
You're a
'cause
good
I will say this though,
person.
it's almost impossible to
Really?
romance someone if you destroy their city. So, because they literally get a hardened status and you literally gain stuff way harder. So,
Being around good people helps. That's the thing about a team. Everyone brings everyone else up.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they taught me. The Veil Jumpers.
I usually
mean,
didn't teach her the heal spell
a
anyway, but at
team's
least they
only as
refund all
good
her
as its
points.
weakest link, so you make them stronger.
So it's like,
Like you
yeah,
did
in case you put
with
any
all of
points into their
us.
healing, you have
So,
them back now.
Keep being that kind of person. One everyone can look up to. Anyways,
I will say
thanks,
this though.
Rook.
Between
I'll talk to you
doing
later.
their
Gotta
companion
finish this
quests and
scene.
if you get them up to 10, you have enough to max out 3 skill trees. In case you were wondering. Because it's like, they give them 5, so it's just like, alright, how much can I really do? And I'm like, well, the quick map has 3, so it kind of works to just max out 3 in my brain. Emric! Where is my husband?
Is that Zara Renata?
Yes.
This place isn't big enough to keep every corpse you guys find.
Zara spoke to Ilario before she died. Emric can talk to the dead. I have to know.
I wouldn't have offered my skills if I thought it was unsafe. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again. Tell us about Ilario della Morte.
Martyrs.
Elaborate.
You took what he wanted most in this world. More than coin, pleasure, family.
The title of First Talon.
Jealousy is a powerful motivator.
I thought he cared enough to grant me a quick death. Why imprison me and risk everything?
An improvisation on this one's part. You had too much potential to die so young.
And Katerina? Did Ilario hire you to kill her?
Ilario used blood magic to control spite. How? He's not a mage. Our risen god gives many gifts. Elganon? Ilario's working with Elganon.
Her spirit's strong.
They turn
Haste
and they
would be
point, and then
appreciated.
if you can find the treasure where they
Fair
point,
enough.
you get an item that gives you a skill point. And you'll know you're getting close because you'll hear wolves howling, and then there'll be like a ghost, like green-looking wolf, like standing over it. Yep.
I'm sorry.
And then it
Hiccups.
howls, and then
So am I.
free point.
What are you going to do?
Yep.
Take away everything from him.
Yep. Should also make a lovely little shiny sound. I appreciate them giving audio cues. Yes. Kind of like if you go to random markets and they have a blue item that looks like a little gourd, it's like, oh, if you buy this, it gives you plus 1% damage forever. I'm like, marvelous. Give me 5. And they're like, we don't have 5. I'm like, too bad. Emmerich, Emmerich. I always bring whoever I'm romancing, and everyone else can go later. Gotta get up that approval, since I get approval from finishing missions, so. Never gotten everyone to 10, but we can get most people pretty close. I think the most I got was like 3 or 4 of them. Because there's only so many quests.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting
You'll learn
to
about
wade
Manfred
into
eventually.
a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
An undead mage that's retained their mind. They're theoretical, aren't they?
The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Yeah, he gross.
Incredible. Do the other Watchers know?
Or the most senior do. You weren't high enough in the Order to be informed. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
Hold on. If you become a lich, then all this flirting we've been doing...
I should hate to lose your company while I'm still mortal.
What would you being a lich be like?
A vast leap. Flesh cast aside for bone, returned immortal for all time.
What Watcher could resist such exquisite necromancy?
Rook, please.
Well, you never said we had to stop flirting.
Our prohibitions regarding the dead wouldn't apply to a lich, but I'd inform you before making any decision to... Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers.
Right.
As well as a chance to be of service past my allotted
Oh, you're good.
years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Let's go gather some flowers.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
So, if you were a lich, it wouldn't be a spirit mimicking you? It'd be your actual soul in the corpse.
It would.
I didn't think... Wait. Is that what Vorgoth is?
Oh, no one knows what Vorgoth is.
No one knows what Vorgoth is.
Famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for Lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond. I cannot reveal more, even to a fellow necromancer.
I understand.
Only don't do it.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die. Permanently, during the rites. What cowardice. The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire?
Out of the big bowl.
Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of
Power?
lichdom.
What power?
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues.
Power of who?
She apparently put together more
Do,
than I knew. It would be
what?
just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, and of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
Of course, don't forget the best thing about immortality. Finally time to read all your books.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
All the time in the world, but never the timing.
Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
Okay.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkarin, they walk eternity hand in hand.
I gotta shut this.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When we come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I know it's loud up there.
Also a Morn Watcher. How'd you do? Do you know your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes.
Yeah, you good babies.
Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course. The choices ahead.
Your lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can commit to exclusive relationship.
Happy with someone who cares for you.
It makes so much sense. That's all I'm saying. Because they all have such good banter.
Shroud's kiss.
Although some of them do give more
I've always
like
loved the
brother
legend
sister
around
sibling
this
vibes, so it's kind of like maybe it'd be weird for them,
They say it grows.
but they
on
don't have to
those
date each other.
graves,
They can date other
and that
people
one
in the
moves
poly.
closer to the fade simply by inhaling its fragrance.
Is that true?
It is when I will it, my dear.
What else?
What a day of unexpected splendor.
Making out in a graveyard. laser puzzle. Which laser puzzle? Oh, where you have to like turn on the cannons and make them shoot the beams at the... Gotcha. I was gonna say, yeah, those fucking things. I get it. There's a real annoying one of those later. And by real annoying, I mean like there's 5 or 6 of them all in the same room. And you have to point them at the correct one. Not just any one, the correct one. Actually. As much as I want to come in. Some of those require way too much brain power. Don't feel bad. I do like that they pretty much give you the freedom to kind of fuck off and come back to things when you want to.
All right. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages.
Right.
We're close to her lair.
Okay.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hosberg.
The dragons we fought in Hosberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf, a big wolf, fighting in her own territory.
Okay.
Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
This is your dance. Show us the steps.
Stay in the trees as long as you can. It's gonna get hot when she sees us.
Fucking Harding. So I'm doing
Hey,
a
Lace.
mission.
You ready for the fang scorcher?
I'm just gonna do my best not to get eaten.
Just give her a mouthful of rocks if she tries. That'll show her.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm doing a mission, and during the cutscene where Tosh was explaining something to me, I'm like watching, and Lace is just like, I'm gonna start walking. And just starts walking off. I'm like,
Hang on.
okay, bye.
Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is
Okay.
placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
We'll trust your word, Tosh. You know dragons best.
Careful. She can hear metal clanking from a half-mile away.
You heard Tosh. Light steps.
You know how to take orders.
We're here to kill a dragon. I'm inclined to listen to the expert.
You know how to be quiet. Smashes boxes. Let me out of this cage. Coming out of my cage and doing just fine. Got a hunger again, I'm doing fine. Why not?
Hunting call. Spooks prey, so they bolt out into the open.
I can see how that'd work.
Wait.
Rainbow.
On top.
Why are there on Tom in Arlithan Forest?
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
Bet they didn't expect you to sniff them out. Literally.
Come on. We can circle around.
Yeah, I bet.
Hit them where they're not expecting us.
Why? Neighbor.
Vashadon lock!
Gotcha. Gotcha. Plan for what? Ah.
Everyone all right?
Yeah.
What did the Anton mean?
Generally, not knowing the plan
Do I
does
come
make it a
from
little
Fang
difficult
Scorcher? I only came because
to
she
agree
attacked
or
villages.
disagree.
Maybe they baited it into attacking the villages somehow to lure you out here.
For someone called the Dragon King.
Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Bastards! They're the ones who've been capturing dragons and blighting them. Turning them over to Gillenane in exchange for
But
power.
you still can't just
Hisra
not
Warlock
tell a plan and be like, come in! It's like, ah!
We knew the Anton were involved. Now we know
That-
it's the Dragon King. That's who we find and kill. We can get to the Fang Scorcher's
Yeah.
lair out through there. Whenever you're ready.
So, it's like, when I say I fear commitment, what I mean is
All right, she
I
knows
won't
we're
commit
here.
to things
That
when I
means
don't know
quick
what they
beats
are.
quiet. Stay clear of the fire.
It's like a
oil.
fear of the
It's on you,
unknown
keeps burning.
and a fear of commitment all wrapped up into one.
More on Tom!
Get back!
Yeah. That's why we're lazy when it comes to the holiday. We just make a reservation somewhere, call it a day. Yeah. Eat shit. Yeah, fuck that. You gonna learn today, dragon! You fuck!
Massive range.
Yep. Ah. Perfect defense. 3 for 3. Eat shit.
Got him in position.
They've got us at range.
Oof. Also terrifying when it's a dragon shooting fire at you. It's like, well, you can either perfect defense or take half your life bar. Take your pick. Ah! I mean, the other option is move. But, you know. Alright, get it?
Your turn.
The dragon is exposed! Hit him with a fireball!
No sweat.
On to you.
Hey, where are you going, Billy? make sure they don't fucking kill us all.
Don't just stand there.
Okay, damn.
Whatever you say.
Hydra. It's bad.
Chakra to Ebra. Chakra to Ebra. Today,
That the last of them?
you're dragon slayers. Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there.
I will have the Dragon Slayer. Golden glory, friend.
Let me know when you're ready to get out of here.
Man, there's like 7 chests in here. What do you mean when I'm ready to get out of here? Yeah, Sword and Board is very good for a lot of things. Doing a lot of damage. Doing a lot of damage is not one of those things. Yeah. I like the heavy weapon for when they are knocked down and aren't going to fight back. Oh yeah, gotta tell Tasha I'm ready to leave. I just ran out of the building. I'm like, alright, let's go. Oh wait. I gotta tell you I'm ready to leave so we can.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Let's head out now.
Let's fucking go.
Trophy from the Fang Scorcher.
She was a good fight. Thanks for listening to me during the hunt. Not everyone does.
You're saying I passed the test?
What test?
The test for whether I'm worth trusting when you go dragon slaying.
Wouldn't have joined up if I couldn't trust you.
Oh. When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Chakra to Ebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are?
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does. So I don't want the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath.
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
I've seen you get angry. When we first met, I saw you wreck those Arntom who were after the Vinsima.
Assholes.
But you got it under control.
Barely. I can get this rage where I just have to break something and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antom would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
Yep.
Tosh, you can't be afraid to feel things.
No, weren't you listening? It gets too much.
You can control what you do about those feelings, yeah, but that doesn't mean pretending you don't feel them. You are Riveni. You have the freedom to let yourself feel things instead of locking them down. I mean, we just killed a dragon thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just killed a dragon. How hard can talking to my mother be after that?
Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Tom. They mentioned the Dragon King.
Yeah, the asshole who's capturing dragons and blighting them for Gillenane. I'll ask Isabella to look for him. Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
That's right. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter.
Yep. I feel like even outside of this game, that sentiment makes more sense.
From a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh running.
I like the big shiny chests. I like big chests. Wait. All right. Ooh, shield. Nice. Yep. So, one's good, but probably not your bread and butter. Yeah. Valid. Alright, what do you nerds got for me now?
Balara, it seems like your brother Syrian's mixed up with the wrong crowd.
I do like, though, that if you see two of your people hanging like near each other on the map, if you go near them, they'll have a conversation that you can listen to. But I always giggle because if you do, at the end, they both turn and look at you like, what do you want?
Just the two of us.
I'd like that.
Wonderful. I've made all the arrangements at the necropolis. We'll leave whenever you're ready.
Ooh, getting a date. Let's go. Fancy things in the already. Hey, Costa, it's in price.
Thanks again for talking with me. Being non-binary. And so does being more Ravani. Feels good to just own it.
Good people, Tash. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Look, you're good people. It's not gender exclusive, so it's safe. The amount of people who got mad about that whole it's just astounding to me. About the fact that there's just a section in the game about helping them.
Oh, great. Is it your turn
like
to cook?
on their journey of
What's all this gonna
they
be?
are.
Paella.
Cry more.
Two of them. One without seafood for Emmerich. And a gooseberry pie for dessert. Nev's
Yes.
You made dessert just for Nev?
You made dessert
There's
for
enough
Nev.
for everyone.
Yes, but you still made it just for her.
You think it's a bad idea?
You're sweet on Nev.
Don't say it like that. You think it's too much?
Don't they say the way to someone's heart?
Lucanus is just a fun person to tease.
The best way to the heart is between the fourth and fifth ribs. Don't listen to Viago.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, whenever I hear him, I just hear Puss in Boots, especially with like the
Ilaria's always been the charming one. I just have to
cadence
be
that he
good enough.
speaks.
You can be both.
I've never really faced any problem too big to solve. Now there's Spine, the gods, Treviso. It's hard to ever feel you're doing enough. But here, now, I have people I can care for. Something as small as providing a treat feels big enough to matter.
other characters will find each other if you don't date them. Yep. There's a lot of cool things like you can set up to do that I'm very... I think they did a really good job with the way certain things proc.
Free tactical sheath with any purchase, worth at least 50 gold.
Yeah. What do I have equipped? It's always fun when you don't know what the fuck you have equipped.
Glory!
Storm Riders get really possessive about their hordes. She'll be tracking the scent of anything that got taken.
Looks like they're talking about a dragon. Kataranda?
Kataranda the Storm Rider. She's bad. She's real bad. Breathes lightning, like the Vincimer.
The Vincimer was kind of friendly, though.
Kataranda isn't. She is a bad dragon.
She's a bad dragon. Yep, I made the same cackle as you did because... What are you, 12? Might as well be because fuck you, that's funny to me. Keep this time. Just gonna swap out. You know, there was a comment between Tosh and Harding that I didn't take for anything the first time I heard it. Then the second time I heard it, I was like, oh. Oh, that was flirting. Because Harding was like, you're favoring your left side. She's like, how would you do that? You've been watching my legs? She's like, you're twice my height. She's like, from where I'm standing, you're all legs. And she's like, well, they come together eventually. I was like... oh.
Sometimes
First time, didn't think anything of it. I'm like, I mean,
Tosh,
yeah.
are you alright? You're limping.
And I'm getting that line right now.
I'm not.
Okay, that was an exaggeration, but you're favoring your left...
Oh, right. Yeah. Bruised toe.
Ah.
It's fine. How did you even notice? What? Were you looking at my
Were
legs?
you looking at my legs?
Tosh, you're twice my height. From where I stand, you're all legs.
They come together eventually.
And then Harding just giggles. They're a cute couple.
Nothing here. Maybe in the wreckage nearby.
I think that's why for me it made even more sense that I romance
Let's see if it burns.
Tosh with a dwarf.
Nope.
I'm excited for you to go find them.
Yep.
Cha-cha. Well, what'd you do?
Cataranda threw that ship.
Looks like something took the treasure and buried it.
A song.
Nice moves. Rook, not bad.
Ready for a fight?
You're terrifying, Tosh.
What's up?
See that? Bad guys.
And now it's a hat. It's their level. Yeah. I'm curious, what difficulty setting did you decide to play on?
What? It flew off with the treasure.
Dragons aren't the only ones who like to collect anything shiny.
Doju. Even like that setting, it ain't no joke. Yep. Although I will say it's safe to say that bosses in this game, just in general, are not a joke. They're like, hi, have you fucked yourself today? It's like, nah, I couldn't reach. Well, we're gonna force it. Please don't.
The treasure.
We have to pay you? I feed you breadcrumbs every week.
We're just gonna grab it and stretch it until you can fit it. Please don't.
Nope. Nothing.
Real. We have to pay you? I give you breadcrumbs every week.
This is all of the treasure stolen from Cataranda.
Let's get to the beach where I lured the Vincimer. Plenty of open
They
space
announced
for a good fight.
patch 8
And be
for
ready with
Baldur's Gate
poisons.
next year.
Lightning dragons are more sensitive to poison than most.
Do you see what they're putting in it? They're adding a subclass for every single class. And they're adding crossplay, amongst other things. I chuckled because in their post, like, when they're like, crossplay, so you can play with your friends on other platforms, so you can stop asking about it. It's like, Larian, you make me giggle. But they're like, we're adding 12 new subclasses. That's one subclass for every class. I was like, that's cool. And of course, the one that they showed was Shadow Magic for Sorcerer. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Everyone, get ready.
Be careful of the lightning.
So, you know, I don't know enough about a lot of D&D for that to make sense to me, so Plus, I. Yeah. I also, like, never play a sorcerer, so.
Ready.
Stop it. Get wrecked, you dirty scrub.
My beach. Tarala.
I like when you get to later in the game and you're like critting for 10k. Feels real good. Ow! My face! My face! That's where I keep my teeth.
Fight! Good fight! We just took down Deathstorm the Storm Rider. We are drinking for free tonight!
And she's got some treasure caught in her scales.
Yep. Storm Riders carry around bits of their hoard. I think maybe they get worried when it's not with them.
Collect the dragon's treasure. You fucking got it. My treasure. Coral tip. Good name. Yeah. But that's what keeps life fun and interesting. It was implied heavily! Ah! JK, LOL. Wait. I gotta do this. Yeah, you're fine. I was talking about the quest I was gonna go do. Like, I gotta go do this quest. Time to go and romance an old man. Fuck yeah, that's my favorite way. That's like my favorite thing to do as a warrior. Just drop kick people off cliffs. Especially knowing that you can hit multiple people with it, so you can send a lot of them off.
How did you find everything?
I never ate this well when I was training in the necropolis.
You may be interested to know I was permitted to raise a few cooks from the royal crypts tonight.
Wait, not from the tomb of Venesca IV.
I'd hoped the evening might impress. The amount of work on you worries me, Rook. Responsibility exacts a toll on the body.
I have been more tired lately.
More so than you might even realize. I do ask that you at least avoid putting pressure on that stiff left wrist.
It's a little stiff. I'm impressed you spotted it.
Well, I am familiar with the finer points of anatomy.
Oh goodness. Sir!
It's good we made time for this. A
It's
couple
like,
should get to know one another.
you know, you should be careful with your left stiff left wrist. She's like, I'm surprised he knows. He's like, I am
I'd be
very familiar
delighted
with the finer points of
if you
anatomy. It's like, whoa, sir. Right?
devastating charm aside, what do you like about me?
Apart from the compliment of your interest,
Come on.
darling.
Hell
it's
yeah, buddy!
gratifying a fresh-faced
Means you can pick a
adventurer
spec.
noticed me at all.
Or pick a
Your spirit
specialization.
does charm, but there's also something quite indomitable about you, Rook. It inspires.
Oh, thanks. What's your favorite color?
Hell yeah.
Well, can I only choose one?
Let me guess. Black, green, yellow, but like a bone yellow.
Lilac.
Ah, of course you went to a flower.
It's such a pretty shade of purple. It brings thoughts of spring. And what's your favorite shade of color?
Rich purple. The kind you get with those really expensive dyes.
It's the color of royalty in some kingdoms.
Maybe I've got ambitions. This is one of the more romantic dates I've been on.
How wonderful. I was afraid I'd lost my touch. Between work and research and teaching Manfred, there hasn't been time lately for company.
How lately?
No one's serious for a few years. Apart from that, I'd prefer we leave the past be.
All right. Stay a man of mystery. Anyway, should we enjoy the garden?
Certainly. They're wondering what we're up to. Wisps are ever attracted to the gardens.
Like you?
The Fade is close here. As our spirits, I count as guides and friends. Beyond that, I feel there are mysteries past our comprehension. Something beyond the weft of magic or deepest Fade.
Recruiting
When
Emmerich,
unfortunate,
or
I
your
spy
Fade specialist,
suggestions of them here.
will give you another place to go explore and another faction to unlock. And so will recruiting your Dragon Hunter. But so it's kind of like, do you want to go explore the places that you've been that have quests currently, or do you want to go make new places with new quests?
You're so philosophical around flowers.
It's the purpose of the gardens.
Yeah, that's exactly what I always do. I always do all the sides, and I'm like, oh, I'm out of sides, now I'll do main.
Like that.
But
sometimes, my dear, I think you indulge me.
you can get both of them before you have to do another part that's another main quest that moves you on. Yeah. Because, like, you get them both, and then they'll be like, you should blah blah blah, and it's like, I'm not gonna blah blah blah, I have to do something else for now. I can't, I have to go. Very busy. Alright. Let's go help him. Let's see if there's anything in the lighthouse first. Of course there's stuff in the lighthouse. Why wouldn't there be stuff in the lighthouse?
I don't understand why you're bringing so many books.
Well, I don't see what your objections are to my taking a canopy.
We're only going for 2 days.
You've hardly brought more than a flask and a bedroll.
Should I send a search party out for you two in a couple of days?
No.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden, so we're going camping. but he's treating it like we're going to an academic thing.
An expedition can have its earthly comforts.
You want to bring a shaving kit in the woods.
My dear Harding, a gentleman is never without a brush and a razor.
The whole point of going to the wilds is to get away from all that. So what if you get muddy and smell a little bad?
One can enjoy the scenery while remembering to bathe.
Emmerich, you always look good. And you can tell me all about the trip when you get back.
Of course, darling. It is only 2 days after all.
Exactly. So why are you packing a dressing gown? I don't understand the gown.
Harding, does it really matter if Emmerich brings 8 books?
9, actually.
And Emmerich, so what if Harding is fine sleeping on dirt?
Not all the time.
And so what if Harding is fine sleeping on dirt? Not all the time.
I really have looked forward to you showing
There's a lot of good
me more of your
banter.
home, Harding.
Me too. Oh, and I'll make us sandwiches.
Ah, your famous ham and jam slam?
Well, yam and jam slam because you don't eat meat. So I'll use yams.
How thoughtful. Thank you, Harding.
Hello. You love to see it, you know? Why can't I be mean to my companions? Why would you want to? That's what I say, man. Like, it's weird to me that you would want to. Like, what are you getting out of it?
Son, you out of here, boy?
Right? Does it make you hard being a douchebag to people?
This is where we eat.
I see.
Chthon, it's good to see you again.
My child wished to show me where she now lived.
I made food. Here. Armada Special. It's what the pirates eat when they come to port.
This is too rich for me. Perhaps you could prepare some vegetables.
Fine.
A few weeks in your company, and my child has lost what little civility she had.
We actually eat dishes from all over. Lucanus has introduced us to demon hair pasta, and Bellara made challah cakes.
So my child respects every culture except her own. This is what I face for removing her from the Qun.
Tosh is making a life here with us and wanted to share that with you.
So I can see how happy my child is to have abandoned the ways of our people?
You're the one who brought Tosh to Ravane. And to my team, for that matter. If that's not what you wanted.
I have failed, yes. I was never taught how to be a mother. Under the Qun, children are raised by those suited to such pursuits. I trained as a scholar. I was taught to think critically, to analyze without passion, and correct mistakes. You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here, vegetables.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
I'm having the
What does that mean?
Tosh explaining to her mother
It means I don't feel like a
about
man or a
her
woman.
identity conversation.
If you are neither a
It's
man
delightful.
nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or your manners...
It isn't!
Under the Qun, The term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a Cunithlock. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatosh, Chakra to Ebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank you for inviting me to your home. Panahedan.
Tosh, I'm so sorry.
No. It's okay.
Tosh.
I'm not hiding anymore. How she takes it is her problem.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on. Don't let food go to waste.
Since I'm 99% sure you served me a beef Wellington and a wedge of cheese, I will not let this food go to waste. I am not disrespectful. To Dogtown!
In Min Rapids. Don't fall behind.
Yeah. Right now in circles. I'm so grateful I don't have to work for the next 2 days. Pretty sure I'd scream. Sometimes you gotta scream. You scream, scream, scream. We all scream there's been a murder.
Then there's Aelia. She's loose in Ducktown. And we're in the dark.
I
What's the plan?
scream.
The Threads
No.
and Aelia's Venatori are at war. Quiet, of course. Neither side wants Templars on them. We stay in the Threads' graces. They share what they know.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Aelia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
Damn right.
I'm worried about everyone. Tired enough to admit it.
Rook, you showed up. What if we offer you more thread blackmail?
Play nice, Alec. We all want Aelia gone. You know I'll do what it takes.
We know people in
Oh,
this
Ravane.
town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the
You get to
rounds,
see a character that
Aelia used
you
the
wouldn't care about
threads
because you
for
didn't play
detail.
Dragon Age 2.
Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you haven't reported it.
We're not looking for attention. Besides, what have Templars and Magisters done for us lately?
We've got you. And you won't stop looking. I've got names, missing ones, all yours. No catch.
Jin Malley. She played the role of Ensign Kova Rin Esmar on the 3rd season of Star Trek Picard. She has she's fucking great. Let's see, what else has she done? What you done? She was also in NCIS, Silicon Valley, and Young and the Restless. She's in some movies. I said she was in some movies, but probably nothing you've fucking seen. Yeah, I like their voice actress.
We can't let Aelia do
Oh,
this.
definitely.
If what she did to the Threads was an opening act,
we won't like the show.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Rook may think she's better than us. Maybe you play along. But you're one of us, Gallus. And Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
to a better Docktown. And do
Hell
the
yeah.
best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I forget. It really is. And there are days where I just want to throw things because people let stupid shit prevent them from playing a game that I think they would otherwise enjoy. Well, to that I say, don't be a shit person. But if you can't do that, I hope you have the day you deserve. Enjoy playing Call of Duty 17 for the 9 millionth time in your life. I don't... I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that to help you. Davrin! We gotta get you them griffins back, buddy. Especially since you're playing a Grey Warden.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. This is Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
Solid.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nothing to be afraid of.
My name's Valia. When I heard about Wise Helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why would they do that?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
Jesus fucking Christ.
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
Griffin...
That's why
or
they're extinct.
Davrin, the Davrin
That
quest
goes
chain
against everything
is
the
a
Wardens are
lot.
supposed to stand for.
In her diary, Isaiah said she couldn't forgive herself. As penance,
It's one of the
she
darker
hid
ones.
the remaining eggs with a protective spell.
Ends
I
fine.
followed the clues
If
and
you
found
need
them.
any kind of
That was
closure.
400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she'd left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Right along with his stomach.
Right out of the nest, he ate everything in sight. I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
Ah, so you're the reason Davron's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Right.
Wasn't a problem.
Well, no. It's not an easy conversation to have. Because A, they're fucking terrifying in the first
Antoine,
place.
You needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Watchers may deal with the dead, but we don't need people joining them too soon. If Lavendel needs a hand...
You mean live ones, right? Not skeleton hands. Though we might take both.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the... but will be spread thin.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
I have a feeling he's right.
Fine. I'm great, the plan's great. Let's hope we don't die.
I'm great, the plan's great. Let's hope we don't die.
Agreed!
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
For the horde!
Let's check on the warden sentries.
Saw this video today. They're like, so my husband changed the voice on his GPS. It is now Thrall from World of Warcraft. And I was like, oh my god. I hope so. You're disappointing if you didn't.
Well,
Evka said.
The Darkspawn.
What kind of
you go where the fight
support
is.
spouse are you
Tell
if you
Evka.
didn't tell them they did a good job? Do 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 do. Yeah, I was giggling because someone was like, they really need to stop, like, this game needs DLC.
Hey,
but on the counterpoint was
Evka
like,
wanted me to
they
check
need
in.
to stop doing
Are you
DLC
ready?
that wraps up
I
the
am.
game
The
and gives you
Darkspawn
a
won't
new
win this
ending
one.
that's supposed to help
Not
you for
on
the
our
next
watch.
game.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
I was like, you mean like how one of the DLCs for Dragon Age 2 is what lets Corypheus out to give you your villain for fucking Inquisition. Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's fucking DLC that completely optional. But I've also seen people argue like there's no point in worrying about it because they constantly retcon their own canon, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Evka's plan is good. Whatever happens.
And I saw one person make a very good point that I kind of agree with. And that was that they wish that Origins got the same treatment as Mass Effect in that it's one continued story that they just improved the mechanics on, as opposed to just changing and overhauling the game and making it a new story every time. It's like yeah, but it's okay.
This village, it has to make it.
Evka.
Yeah.
The sentries are ready.
I think Mass Effect works the way it does because... But also at the same time, Dragon Age, way longer games. Mass Effect, very short games, so it being a 3-part game worked because they were only like 20-hour games to do everything anyway. So I'm like, eh.
Promise. We'll keep these people alive. Not off the hook yet.
I did hear someone make a comment that made me chuckle. They're like, you know, it's going to be very interesting if when we get Dragon Age 5, if it's really good, because even numbered Dragon Age games are cursed. Because this game was not received well and Dragon Age 2 was not received well, but everyone loved Origins and Inquisition. So if that happens, it kind of just like, so God help whatever dev team gets stuck working on Dragon Age 6.
They're down, but there's more fight left out there.
I was like,
be ready for the
Real
next
low?
call. We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there.
apparently this is not selling as well as Inquisition did, and I'm like, yeah, but 10 years ago we didn't have the level of stupid internet discourse echo chamber nonsense that we have now. Where one person goes, it's stupid, and everyone goes, I agree with this person that I don't know. I'm like, you could stop.
We've got things covered here. Grab supplies if you need them.
Thanks.
Everyone has these weird parasocial relations where they're like, I trust strangers I've never met. Like, I got into a big argument with someone about the game Anthem because they just believed everything that, like, reviewers on the internet told them. They never played it themselves, but had strong opinions, and I'm like, how are you having strong opinions about something you've never experienced yourself?
This is it. It can't break through.
It's objectively just terrible writing anyway.
More on the way.
Good. I'm all warmed up.
Yeah. But if you were not going to bother to look for it and you're just going to listen off of someone else's hearsay, your strong opinions off of hearsay is a weird concept to me, I guess.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine, what is it?
Yeah, but that's...
He's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was like prior to the game had ever even coming out. Like, I was like, I played the beta. I have experience with it firsthand. that I can tell you that what you're arguing that is bad isn't true.
But yes.
Like,
is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course.
Buzz,
but we
buzz.
won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. Antoine, you...
The Blight song wasn't just... There's something else. And it's here.
Okay.
It sounds...
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Right, but the Blight sounds pleased? How?
That's the closest word I had. It's a very unnerving type of pleased.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better.
Not really.
We need more time to study what the new song means and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then...
Remember to visit. We'll have results eventually. Grey Warden side quests.
Antoine,
Which
what's on your
statues?
mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all.
Oh, yeah, there are. You just have to face them the right way. The answer's upstairs. Yeah. If you climb up the ladder that's in that room with them, go out the door and hook a left. There's 3 little statues. Okay. Okay, so the gate, once you get it right, it'll drop a ladder for you as well, making another shortcut. But there's a gate that blocks off that doorway. Ta-da! I actually did solve it on accident and I laughed because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just started flipping them around. And it's like, I'm like, all right, fine. You win, randomness. Good job. Okay. Yeah. Shit. All of them are maxed out. That means I can go and buy stuff. Hell yeah. Leveling up the stores is crucial to finding the fun stuff to look at as far as like your visual transmogs. There we go. I knew I'd find the word eventually.
Need an edge in the Hall of Valor? Come take a look.
Right. Hmm. 25% staggered duration, 25% takedown damage on takedown, gain gold and glory! I'm not buying that fucking armor for 5,000 gold right now. Thank you. Fucking yikes. Yikes on so many goddamn bikes. Making me do main story stuff. Is there anything worse than being forced to play main story? It's like, aw man, don't tell me how to live. Save game? Where the fuck is my save game? Did we fucking delete it? What the fuck? I don't know. My normal save is just not there right now for whatever reason. Yep. I was like, where did my save one go? Yeah, this is not there. But you're gonna have my save from 2 weeks ago from Demetis Crossing? Like, I really don't need that.
Finally got the rubble cleared.
Starting to feel.
Oh, I will bring Valara with, since this is her map, technically. That's me. Go back to Leia, see if I got any quests before I go and do shit. Aha! Nev and Davern side shit for me.
You don't seem happy about your brother.
Well, sort of, but also not. It's complicated.
You thought he was dead. Now he's alive.
Which is good that he's not dead, I mean. But it's not him. Well, it is, but he's working with Anaris. It was easier before. I could think of the good things. Now he's back and I have to, I don't know, fix him?
He's alive. That's a start.
I hope so.
You know, when people talk smack about Tasha, let's see, like, you know they're only like 20, right? Like, give them some leeway. I'm being a little off. Like, valid. I didn't know shit at 20. I'm 40 and I still don't know shit.
I was planning to take Hassan to the woods in Arlathan soon.
Right?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad
Exactly. Boil them, mash them, stick them in stew. Kooky.
Supper in Docktown?
What's the occasion?
Nothing wrong with that.
I've got leads to chase on Aelia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in.
Spend time with Nev. We're hanging out. The detective. All cops.
You had me followed.
Oh no.
Quite a...
Come on, Lucanus. Tell your girlfriend she's pretty or whatever. Let's not die. I thought so. Not dying is always the first ideal plan. Dogtown, get down, don't make the motherfucking crowd loud. What? It's only supposed to be 38 here tomorrow, and I refuse.
Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Vomit.
Chasing leads. On Alias Venatori, Darktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are. I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
Don't worry about it. And this case? Well, we'll get through it eventually.
Yeah. I could use a walk. And some rocks. You up for it?
Rocks?
Yeah.
Rocks? Yeah. Whatever, let's pet the kitties.
So, rocks. Look for good ones.
You were serious about this?
You'll see why.
Why are we doing this?
You know what they say. Leave no stone unturned.
Really?
No.
You know, when I say we'll get through, I believe it.
I know you do.
You don't believe me?
I believe you think so.
Careful, that's almost optimism.
All right, time to put these rocks to use. Come on.
They do thankfully
How are we
give
doing?
a nice explanation of
With
how
the
it all
rocks
works.
or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good.
A win for us.
I guess it is.
Calliope, you still going?
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Ooh, fancy.
Isn't it?
Get some of these boxes out of the way so we can skip rocks properly.
Is this what you do when you're out of leads?
I'd look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Stepping back can't hurt. Clear minds get things done.
If only they stayed that way. You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathous, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job
I just love
and follow
their like
through,
blunt responses to things.
maybe
They're
people
like,
could count
"What?"
on me.
I'm like,
But at the end
you know,
of the day, what
fair.
have I done here? What sticks? If people like Aelia come back for more, I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabs me in the back.
I'm here to help.
I know. But getting mixed up in my problems, it's not the smart play. Rana's partner, Brahm. Where did it leave him? Where does it leave you?
Side by side with Nev Gallus. Like you are for me.
You know you're a sap, right? She was there. We didn't see her.
This worked?
This worked.
Maybe. Come on.
We're just
Willing
like
to chase a long shot? We need to get to the spillway.
You've got something on Aelia?
we're just standing there
She was there.
skipping rocks,
You just
and then
didn't
Nevs
see
is
her.
like, hold
the
on,
spillway.
and like
At the relic
my character just was like,
When
this
Aelia
worked,
dropped
like
down,
looked around
she
like, the
mentioned
fuck?
Batara's and the stolen relic. Why bring that
Just
up?
the look
Why
on their
would she
face
care?
was priceless. Like,
You think she was involved?
the fuck?
Or one of her puppets. She's been careful, but there may be something to pick up at the site. A witness. Anything.
Just one of those. When you
So
see
we're
it, it's
returning
like,
to the scene of the crime, where we fought Bataris?
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
Let's check it out. What's the plan?
Bataris had a red lyrium relic. Those don't play nice with the veil. The Viper left me a piece of it. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out. Let's take a look.
hello, my name is Simon.
Sure thing.
I like to do drawings.
The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a
Silences.
traitor.
Touch
She was a
tippy
puppet.
toes.
Aelia moving goods to her followers. I've got this. Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Bataris. Look there, there's more. By the waterfall.
There's always more. More!
We're close to something. I can feel it.
Skipping stones really worked.
I guess some of my plans pan out. This one's afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory.
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
A bystander. They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will
belongs to the Venatori.
Damn it.
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vena Vitalis. We start here.
What's Vena Vitalis?
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia cozied up to Algernon, an elven god might know the trick. Or something close he could trade as our legacy.
A blood ritual. Then the missing people... It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't...
You'll catch Aelia again. Docktown's got someone looking out for them. They'll see that.
Will they? I lost Aelia once.
And she gets the last word on who won.
I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
You're not fighting alone.
End of the day, I'm used to counting on myself. That's how it's been.
And now you've got us when you need it.
Yeah. Got your back, Jack. Stupid blood mages. You're just the worst kind of people. Hmm. There's a lot of good lore in this game. And as it stands, as far as this being the current one, so the most accurate canon,
My
there's
family
a lot
is
of
an Altus
interesting
either.
stuff in it.
You can find success in Minrathous, even if you're not from.
I'm excited when you get to the
family.
big juicy bits.
Sometimes all you need to do is just act like you're a high blood.
Oh yeah.
We have eyes on him.
They're close.
Have I on these nuts? You stupids.
Nice work. On the job.
Excuse you, motherfucker?
Protect the shipments.
We don't have tip, so never mind.
Well executed. This ain't worth the coin.
Too bad if it's not worth the coin. You shouldn't have been a mercenary and got in my way. Rip to you,
Now
dumb
Venatori?
motherfucker.
What's going on?
Watch your back. Take them down.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting the Venatori to show up.
They said something about shipments.
Let's look around. I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Hey, buddy, what you doing in that cage?
Thank the Maker. Did you find the others?
What others?
Those mercenaries have abducted people from around Docktown, then sold them to the Venatori. I heard them talk about a warehouse. They could be holding them there.
We'll look into it. The warehouse where we found the Darkspawn isn't far from here.
Everybody
I thought the
loves
Shadow
Derek.
Dragons were keeping an eye on it, but let's check, just to be safe.
So how do you not?
Let's look around, see what we find.
I would say you should play too, but I know you won't.
Well, that's not good. Sounds like blood magic.
We're not thieves.
Trafficking in people. Vile. We need to stop this.
This last clip. not out here. This is.
Low Tide Beach. Let's go.
Then you get to meet Tasha's mom.
There you go. You'll leave Dogtown to us.
We won't let you terrorize these people. That's these Venatori down.
Always happy to help on a job like this.
The more scattered we make the cult, the better for Docktown.
We'll get you out of there. Hang on. You all right?
No, but I'm alive and grateful. They were going to take me somewhere. They talked about rituals and risen gods.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. Do you have somewhere to go? Someplace you'll be safe?
I don't know the city.
Go to the docks. Ask for directions to the pawn shop. When you get there, tell them Gallus sent you.
Excellent. I do like a finished quest. What's that mean? I get to go back to the fucking lighthouse and find out if I have more things to do. Before I have to go do some main story stuff that I don't want to do. Yeah. I usually just go back anytime after I finish a quest.
Hey, Harding.
Whoa, legs. Tosh.
Legs?
A slip of the tongue.
You're acting weird.
What? No. No. Really?
Yeah, like that. Weird.
I had a dream last night, and you were in it.
What was I doing?
Nothing?
Okay. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Just a conversation that I got to listen to. It's very, very amusing. Try not to ruin all of the banter for you so you enjoy. At least you get to pet a son in the lighthouse. That's one of my favorite parts.
Trust me, it's her. And we're lucky. If someone found the body before us, she would have been cremated.
Ugh, I'll never understand that custom.
What are you two up to?
Rook, it's very exciting. Nev's invited me to help solve a murder.
Well, if anyone's gonna gather clues from the dead...
I helped the Navaran city guard a few times, but a long-lost crime from the heart of Tevinter.
Let's not oversell it. You ready?
By the flame that stoked you, by the light that rises. Return and speak.
What do you want of this one?
You were a shadow dragon. Someone took you out.
She's already digging in. Be firm.
Why should this one speak?
For a chance to right some wrongs.
One last time.
Mm-hmm.
Speak.
Spark! Yeah.
You helped get people out of the city. Who was the last person you took?
No. Secret. This one's to protect.
They're clinging to a role, keeping secrets.
Fine. Then tell me who killed you. Did you see their face?
Their name gives the other away.
If they came for you, then they're coming for whoever you helped escape.
Don't cross back through the Fade with this weighing on you. Let us help.
Well said.
This one saw the murderer's face. Piranhas. His son wanted out for Blood Mage family. This one got the son to Azariel. Help him.
The Shadow Dragons will get him to safety.
The spirit has left us. Thank you for trusting me with one of your dead.
Wouldn't leave that to just anyone. You're a different story. Thanks for the help.
Anytime.
So why Emmerich and Nev couldn't hook up and leave Davrin to Lucanus is beyond me. Right. Into the next conversation! A succulent Chinese meal?
No. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around, devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the size of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
If the two of you were going to open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solus, then?
They don't tell it the way you would.
I mean, it ended with the Elven God of Lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
You joining us then?
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Drunk
Rook's
Lucanus
story
is magical.
first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
Do I have? Oh, I do. That's gotta go spend time with Davrin and Hassan. Yes. I'll be interested to see what you decide to do on Davrin's quest. I feel like I might know, but I'm not going to guess. I'm going to just wait it out. That's all I ever hoped for. Through the door!
Hassan can get the gate.
Oh, good for Assad, getting the gate.
Another truffle hunt?
No, we're meeting Eldrin, the old elf I told you about. I spent summers here, tended Hollow when I was a kid.
Hard to imagine the mighty hunter hanging out with deer.
Not everything in the forest should be hunted. Eldrin told me that. He was like an uncle to me. Hassan, hang back.
Don't tell Hassan what to do. Even if I want him to be my best friend. They're good pets, Bront.
Eldrin, I got your message.
Oh? Who are you?
It's me, Davrin.
I knew a Davrin once. Strange kid. Too small, even for an elf.
Well, now, hold on.
So, this walking mountain of armor I see before me can't be him.
You sure got old and cranky.
You got old and far too good looking. I was always the lady killer.
This is Rook. We're working together.
And can you be trusted around our holler, Rook?
Davrin thinks I can.
Davrin thought a lot of things. Most of them required a swift kick to the rear.
Just try it.
Arlathan Forest is wrong in a way I've never seen.
We know.
The holler aren't coming around, and these old bones aren't up to the task of chasing them anymore. I'm worried they're sick.
I need to get this
I
tired.
need you to check on them for me.
Stuff up.
Hassan, I told you.
Is that what I think it is?
I'm looking after him.
Remarkable. A griffin. Never thought I'd see one. Maybe all those summers here rubbed off. The monster hunter turned shepherd.
What was Davrin like back then?
We don't need to waste Eldrin's time with...
He sang a lot.
This guy?
He'd sing to the holler.
You mean the Grey Warden standing next to me?
Now, hold on. I'd get tired trying to herd them. I started humming to keep myself awake, and they slowed down to listen.
So naturally, you broke out into song.
Only when humming didn't work.
Makes
Just
no sense,
getting
really.
the job done.
And now the job is caretaker to a
Sing to
griffin.
the holla.
Davrin's got a soft spot in there. Hassan's digging it out.
Just keeping his nose clean.
Seems my old lesson sunk in. Not every creature in the forest is quarry.
I didn't ignore everything you said. And now, we've got some holla to find.
Davrin, I'm glad to see you took the road less traveled. It suits you.
Okay, what do we do?
Find some stone root, a marple tree, and vannerberries.
I thought we were looking for Hala.
A lot of people would go chasing after them, running around, getting nowhere. Holla can keep that up for days.
Maybe you could sing to them.
I'll go right on pretending you didn't say that. Trick I've learned. Ringing the dinner bell's a lot easier than searching the whole damned forest.
Almost fell right in the goddamn river.
Here we go. Found a marple tree.
See if it has a dead
Got it.
Ideally. Yeah.
It's hollow, right? When you blow through it, it mimics a holla's call.
The dinner. Here, some vannerberries.
Sweet as candy. Holla lapped them up.
Interesting. I wonder what they taste like.
Don't even think it. Uncle Eldrin let me try one once. As a lesson. It lasted an hour. Paralysis, hallucinations, cramps.
Ugh.
Uh-huh. Great for Holla. Bad for people.
Climbing, 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 climbing.
Over here. Stone root.
Dig up a few. Good. Hang on to that. We slice away the outer husk. There's seeds inside that mimic the Hala mating scent.
I thought we were ringing the din.
Time to get out that marple branch and call the Hala.
He sounds excited.
Let's hope it's that and not I'm hungry for venison.
Well, I hope you start feeling a little better
What's
for
on
tomorrow.
the other side of this? He senses something. Could be Hala.
We've got a griffin. Asan could track them.
I need to be careful of the predator in him that's ingrained to hunt and kill things before they kill him.
Dude, I know your
He'd
body.
attack the Hala?
Probably not, but he's never seen one.
It's usually right around this time that you start, you know, hitting like 70%. But you're... Yeah, because you've been overworked and now your immune system's like, hey, dick bag.
Stoneroot and Vannerberries.
It's like, come on, man. Leave me alone. 5 minutes. It's like, yeah, but you know how when you get tired, your immune system doesn't do its job as well?
You have the honor.
It's like, fuck you.
It looks sick.
Agreed.
It's okay. We're here to help. How do we help?
Look around for more Vannerberries. Asan, don't you even think about going after...
Gavrin, remember, trust.
Right. Turlum. Okay. Asan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Go, Asan. Yeah.
Did Asan just bring it some food?
It's one of my favorite quests.
He did. I'll be damned. Won't forget that anytime soon. Thanks for helping out.
Nah, I just blew a horn. Asan's the one who put on the show.
Oh god.
There's more to him than hunting darkspawn.
Eyes of an eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the heart of a Hala.
Yeah, that's...
And the
That's
appetite
a lot of
all
warriors.
three. You found your Turlum.
Yeah, we did. Come on, boy.
And devastating to anyone on the opposite end of the pointies.
We'll need to tell Eldrin about this Hala.
So your uncle is quite the character?
Eldrin will drink you under the table, then the floor, then bury you in the basement as a joke. Most of my clan didn't understand why I left. Eldrin had an open mind, saw I was restless.
He approved?
He knew I had to find my own way, though he warned me about joining the Wardens.
Too dangerous?
Too much darkness. Eldrin always preached balance in life.
Not something Grey Wardens seem to know much about.
We reek of darkspawn all the time. I guess that's why working with Asan, there's something to be said for drawing strength from the light.
Awesome. Run. Hey, bud.
Any luck?
We found one. Looked sick.
I was afraid of that. If you can find more Vanaberries...
Hassan took care of it.
A griffin helped Tahala?
Yeah. Yeah. And archdemons. Okay, but I get to help.
It's like he was a shepherd. I couldn't believe it.
Remarkable.
Nothing about that in the trade.
They have another good one after
The
some
world knows griffins
lore
as
drop
warriors who fought
sessions
Darkspawn,
in the
but they
middle of the
existed
game.
long before that.
Existed as what?
A creature of the wild, free to explore their nature.
But griffins live for the hunt.
So do you. Yet now, you're a caretaker.
I'm proof that anything can change. Don't know if it's for the better.
Nothing about change is ever certain. I once knew a restless young elf who believed there was more to life than shoveling hollow manure. It's the nature of nature to surprise us.
Maybe you're right. See you around, Eldrin.
This down. Do, do, do. Oh, you did a quest? Back to the lighthouse. It's like that episode of Rocko's Modern Life when he gets the job at the comic store with Wilbur. It's like, you turn the page, you wash your hands. You turn the page, you wash your hands. Then you turn the page, and then you wash your hands. Same thing, but it's, you did a quest, you go back home. Who's got quests? People. Marvelous.
Emmerich, if you liked someone, what would you do? To show them you like them, I mean.
Strangely enough, I might have found myself in that situation recently.
You mean you and Rook?
You noticed?
Emmerich, everyone noticed.
Well, it began when we spent some time together in the Memorial Gardens.
Don't, you know, spirits hang around there?
Oh, a few, certainly.
Alright, fine. See what these other little conversations are being had, and then go do the main quest. Can we do stuff?
Hi there, boy.
Booped a griffin. Game of the year.
Hey, Rook. Come to stare into the fire. I've heard that helps people think. Can't say I've had luck with it.
Oh wait, that's right. They didn't even get a nomination for it. It got a lot of middling reviews.
Hey, do you know someone named Traylon? Little bit younger than you. Dark hair, big for an elf.
Yeah.
Oh, I know him. Knew him. I mean, when we were kids. Is he a warden friend of yours?
I think the thing that offended me about it was that a DLC / expansion got nominated, and I think that's fucking stupid.
He'll know what to do.
Yeah, the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC for Elden Ring got nominated. And I'm like, bro, you're a DLC, bro. You don't belong on there. Like, I don't care how much the DLC / expansion overhauls the game or adds to it. It's still just a DLC. I was like, the first time I saw him, I was like, there's no way that anyone can convince me that they did not model this man after Vincent Price.
Don't be shy. Take a gander.
It's like, come on now. Like, spot on, please.
Come back alive. No coin in.
Come back alive. Don't tell me what to do!
Strife, I got a tip there might be trouble here in Arlathan.
You're just in time. We've got a problem.
I was out with a scouting party, and we spotted the Venatori moving into the
I like this. The quest to
They're
get
being
him. It's
directed by
fun.
Elganon or Gillenane.
He's
They
a
have to
fucking
be.
hoot.
The Grey Wardens warned us the gods were heading to Arlathan, but why bring the Venatori?
We don't know. That's where you come in.
Well, that sounds like trouble. How can I help?
Nip it in the bud. Don't let them stir up anything worse.
I'll give you the rough location where we sighted them, but you might have to search beyond that.
They want something, and we need to know what they're up to.
I'll find out what it is.
Feel free to take out as many of them as you can. This is our forest.
Where am I going to fight the Venator? Punch them in the teeth.
Just as Irulan said, Venator, right over there.
Let's kick him out.
That's the last of them.
Good. Now what were they doing out here?
Looks like they set up a camp.
Let's take a look.
What are you
Not
doing
sure
in
what this is.
Malforest?
Bellara?
It's Dalish. There's a Dalish camp nearby. If the Venatori hit them...
They could be in trouble.
Let's go. Now.
If the Venatori hit them back.
Bellara, there's Venatori ahead.
Great.
Galador, stay put. We'll take care of them.
This fucking missile.
Galador, what's happening?
The Venatori.
That worked. Keep going.
You talk to him about the Venatori. I'll just fucking open the door. It's fine. I'm a professional.
Excellent. That did it.
Time to get moving.
What would the Venatori gain by attacking the Dalish without reason?
Who's... They're the... What do you want? Why are you attacking my people?
One day you'll learn. I know how to defend myself.
We still don't know what they're doing here. Let's keep looking around.
That's right. This one's up. Sometimes I get to parts again and I'm just like, how the fuck do I get over there? Oh yeah.
The bridge is out.
The other Veil Jumpers must have shut it down to keep the Venatori out. Has to be a power crystal around here.
There has to be a power crystal? Probably. Make the most sense given the situation. Yep, that person's dead.
Did you hear that?
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
I see more Venatori.
I see them. We have to end this. Leave this camp alone. Come and try.
You'll have to go through me. These are my people.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
There. No more time.
Definitely seems like that would be a inspiration. Yeah.
Now let's see what they've done with the Dalish.
That's fine. Why are you running away from the screams? I've got things to do. Screaming like that, they're probably already dead, so we can take our time. Back up. Yeah. Good, good. Great. Great. Guess we'll go help your people.
We'll get you out of there. Hang on.
Another lock with symbols like before.
Shouldn't be hard.
Why you guys make shitty, weird fucking puzzle doors? One of my favorite interactions is after you recruit Tosh and go back to the lighthouse. Did you talk to her about puzzles? Which option did you pick to say to her? Nice. I said, I don't know if you got the same response, but I did, I hate random puzzles. And they talk about, like, the most random things, like, I hate when, like, you go and they're like, oh, I did one of these puzzles recently where it's like, oh, this person has to sit right next to the right person. Like, oh, like,
It's okay,
who
you're
cares?
safe.
Why,
I'm a Veil
like, why
Jumper.
does the person with the axe have to sit next to the person with the brandy? Like, what does that matter? Just pick a damn
She
chair.
sealed the barrier before the Venatori could get me.
What about the rest of the Dalish?
They took
Yeah.
everyone. Kidnapped them all.
Why? Where'd they go?
I don't know. Their leader said they need Dalish blood, some sort of sacrifice.
Sacrificed? Why am I not surprised?
This just got a whole lot worse. We need to figure out where the Venatori took them. Let's look around.
If they lay one finger on those prisoners...
That's fucking awesome.
Just some mud here. But it looks like there's some kind of glass here too.
Yeah.
Odd. Well, doesn't look like the Venatori brought many supplies with them.
It suggests they didn't travel far. Perhaps the Dalish prisoners have been taken to a larger camp nearby.
Wait, the glass we found. There's a crater here in Arlathan. Thousands of years.
Some papers here, but nothing useful. No mention of a location.
We got here as fast as we could.
It's bad. They're kidnapping Dalish to sacrifice them.
What?
You're serious?
I didn't say it was good.
The bastards just swept in and raided this camp. The Dalish didn't have a chance.
The Venatori have always been cruel, but sacrificing our people? Where did they take the prisoners?
The Venatori didn't come very far, we know that. And we found this weird glass they tracked in somehow.
Glass? That could be from the Arlathan crater. It said that Tevinter blood magic used to be powerful enough to fuse sand into glass.
It's not too far from here.
We have to do something.
We'll find them. But it'll take time to put together a rescue party.
Don't take too much time. We need to stop this.
We will.
Okay. Whatever you say, Strife. I believe you. Strife is good, people. I like him. No.
Let's head back to the lighthouse. We'll meet the villagers there.
No, like, I think it might have been in one of the in-between books or something, but essentially they just talk about how they had met up with him while they were looking for Solus. But, yeah, Isabella, the leader of the Lords of Fortune, was from DA too. Yeah. Yeah. And basically, during that game, she, like, steals something from the Kunari and gets into all sorts of trouble. And depending on if you had her at high enough friendship or rivalry, she did or did not come back to your fucking party. Which, terrifying to just lose party members. I'm like, oh god, it's the fucking death race that was Mass Effect 2.
Tell me
Oh,
about...
you didn't do their companion quest? They're dying on the final mission. Fuck!
Of Elvenan, the bringer of...
Tell me about the war against the Evanuris.
Even now, the armies of Anaris wait...
Tell me... So demon... Oh, Rook.
What's going on?
I'm trying to find out. It just gets... Now he wants to meet.
It's kind of hard to explain
I know. Talking to him again? And that's if this isn't all a big trap.
Listen to your gut. Would he really try to lure you into a trap?
I would have said no before all of this.
Backstory.
The Syrian I know cared. Loved his people more than anything. He kept me grounded. Folk. And but what? But Anar...
Yeah.
I know this is hard for you, but you know we
I know. He's my
So... Me... Are you
No. Will you?
Of course.
Thanks, Rook. Just...
I like the name Rook and the, like, reasoning that Barrett gives you that nickname. It's like one of the strongest pieces on the board, but also at the same time, it's just the new guy. It's the rookie, Rook. Like, tracks. Mm-hmm.
There's something I need to do back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Ale. If you're around...
Sure thing, Nev.
Side quests. More! More! I gotta. Is this the one? Is this the one? I'll find out. I think this might be the one where I finally get to find the Gleaner.
Hey, Rook. Have time for something? I was going to head to Arlithan with Hassan. You're welcome to join us.
Oh, oh. It's not this one. Oh. I remember this one now.
This place even smells wrong. So you're with Rook now?
We're exploring the matter, yes?
Good. I hope you two do good stuff.
Thank you, Tosh.
Just don't do corpse stuff in bed.
What?
No, sorry, you're right. It's not my stuff. Do corpse stuff in bed if you want to.
Thank you, Tosh, for the sentiment.
Good.
Bon.
You're here.
She's like, it's 10 o'clock. Go the fuck to bed.
A note from Viago.
What?
Got their...
What matters is that... That's a good way... It'll be...
Not...
Talking. Gotta close these quests out. I gotta go do drugs and talk to a griffin. Look at... Listen, the quest is the equivalent of doing ayahuasca and trying to understand the griffin. That's all you need to know. Makes for a very amusing quest. Alright, I got 4 more side quests to do. And it's time to call it a night. I'm sure it's almost time for you to call it a night yourself. Well, you can always save and keep it for later. I know, that's the thing with this game. Like, you're like, oh, just do one more quest, and then someone else that you want to talk to pops up with an exclamation mark. You're like, oh, what are we doing? I'll catch you guys later. Have a great holiday.